A Global TV News Prime. Federal government begins preparation for 2025 retirees enrollment. Mr. Central Bank of Nigeria assures bank customers of safety of their money. On the first scene, Tunisian president wins second term with landslide. On sports, Paris Saint-Germain reignites Lookman interest. Hello and welcome to all the viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Prime here on Global Television, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. I'm Adikan Michael. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and free to air on Nicomsat. We begin tonight by telling you the federal government told the National Pension Commission says it has officially started preparations to enroll prospective retirees in 2025, emphasizing the importance of early planning. The Acting Director General of the National Pension Commission, Omolola Oluwaran, discloses at a workshop organized by the Commission to kickstart the 2024 online enrollment applications for pension desk officers of federal government, treasury, funded ministries, departments, and agencies, MDS, in Abuja. It also issued a stern warning to all ministries, departments, and agencies, urging them to avoid any last-minute rush that could disrupt the enrollment process and negatively impact the retirees' transition into their new phase of life. The Federal High Court in Abuja affirmed Julius Abure's position as the national chairman of the Labour Party. Our presiding judge, Justice Emeka Nwite, in the ruling issued an order compelling the Independent National Electoral Commission to validate and recognize the Abure-led leadership of the party. The court also validated the March 2024 Newi National Convention of the party that produced the Abure-led executive. The Association of Media and Communication Researchers of Nigeria, HAMCORN, has called for ethics and balance in reporting security challenges. The association met the call at its 4th International Conference and Annual General Meeting in Abuja. Queen Agaba has the rest of the story.
The theme of this year's conference is Contending Issues in National Security and the Role of the Media. The Acting Vice-Chancellor, University of Abuja, Professor Aisha Sani Maikudi, says Nigeria, like any other nation, is faced with complex security challenges that demands strategic, multi-sectoral responses.
The media's influence on national security is multifaceted. It serves as a critical link between the government, security agencies, and the public, offering an avenue for transparency and accountability.
Speaking on the contending issues, Professor Akinfeleye highlighted the importance of free press in factual reporting.
Under Chapter 2 of our Constitution, we're talking particularly Section 22, which empowers the journalists to do what? To monitor government and make them accountable to the people at all times. So we're talking about national security. The media should serve as mediating factor between the policymakers, the citizenry, and of course, the unwilling participant in the society.
Further speaking on the issues, Chairman, Channels Group, Professor John Momo, represented by Professor Abiodun, stressed the importance of ethics and balance in reporting security challenges.
The media's role in a democratic society is not one of mere reporting. It is a critical agent in shaping public understanding and engagement with national issues.
In a world where national security concerns are evolving at unprecedented rate, stakeholders say the media's role in shaping public perception, influencing policies, cannot be overemphasized. For Global Television, Queen Agaba reporting.
Around properties worth millions of naira have been destroyed by fire outbreak at the popular Canteen Quarry Textile Market. Global Television learned that the incident occurred while traders were preparing to close the market at the weekend. Our correspondent Idris Jibril has the rest of the story.
Although it is still not clear about the cause of the outbreak, but traders suspect electricity sparks from a solar connection destroying a total of 10 shops belonging to various traders. For over 2 months, we don't have light in this part of the market. And many people are suspecting it's a solar connection that caused the problem. According to Kori Market Traders Union, investigation is ongoing to ascertain the real cause of the fire and also the extent of the damage. We don't really know what caused the fire, but we are working in collaboration with Kano State Fire Service and the owners of the shop, which I am part of them, to see what is responsible for this fire, even though some people are saying it's solar because there is no light here. Saifullahi Awal and many other textile traders are trying to assess the damage caused by the inferno, as they could not salvage anything from their shops. I was at home when I received a phone call that I should come to the market. Our shops are on fire. And by the time I arrived, everything has gone. And I can tell you that I could not remove anything from my shop. I've lost everything that is inside the shop, including my computers where I used to put records. The affected shop owners have therefore appealed to authorities to come to their aid. From Kano, Idris Jubrin reporting for Global Television News.
Many thanks, Idris. Governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has called on leaders and stakeholders across all spheres to prioritize creating an enabling environment where youths particularly can reach their full potential. The governor said fostering an environment where young people can thrive is a collective responsibility of leaders to the future generations. And now, as the high cost of rice continues to take toll on Nigerians across the country, some Kano residents are now patronizing unbagged leftover rice from factories in the state in order to feed. Idris Jibril reports that not too decent rice, locally called afatata, is cheap and sells at 70,000 naira per bag as against the 87,000 for premium rice.
This may not look like food someone could eat, but it is called apapata rice in Kano, a name given to it by the residents because of the difficulty in processing it before the eventual use. Apapata is a factory rejected rice, and we are selling it at between sometimes 3,000, 3,500, and people are buying it actually. Apapata is a rejected rice from the factory, usually sold out to livestock feeds processing factory because it lacks enough nutrients for human consumption. But the high cost of rice has forced many residents to switch to using this cheap rice. If you see apapata rice, you will not like to eat it. People are running away from it, yet people are buying it. Because when you buy this rice, you have to work so hard to remove sand out of it before you eventually cook it. And if you take it to your newly wed wife, you will have to sleep outside. Nutritionists say prolonged use of this rice may lead to kidney and skin diseases. But many residents in Kano believe they must use it if they are to keep body and soul together. Well, I bought half mudu, and even the half mudu, it is the only money that I have. And that's the only thing I can buy. And this apapata rice is the only thing we can buy at the moment because there is no money to buy premium rice, which is about 5,000 naira per mudu. Despite warning by health experts that prolonged use of this apapata rice may lead to kidney and other diseases, but hundreds of people flocked in this market on daily basis to patronize this rice because they say it's cheap to buy. From Kano, Idris Jubrin reporting for Global Television News.
Many thanks, Idris, once again. Now, residents of Imo State have lamented over the current economic situation in Nigeria, attributing it to the removal of fuel subsidy by President Bola Tinubu. Our correspondent Amarachi Ibe has a report from Owerri.
This is Owerri, capital of Imo State. Residents of the metropolis are not happy over the current economic situation in Nigeria, citing the removal of fuel subsidy by the federal government as cause.
This is the worst economy since I was born in this country. Let me explain to you. Today, I have 2 kids in the school. I can't pay their school fees. I had to begin to source out money from this corner, from the other corner, to be able to pay their school fees. You can imagine now to eat. Before, sometime in the past, you can afford to call a friend to give you money or call a relation. Not now. Nobody has got.
Currently, I have to park my own car. I'm going with the public transport because when I calculate the cost of fuel down to my destination, it is highly expensive. And considering the level of income, we can't just go beyond our own income. The expenses will become much. So the government has impoverished us. The government has dealt with us economically and otherwise. Insecurity and so many other things. In short, to mention but the few. But I can only say I am tired of this government.
For other residents, the removal of fuel subsidy has led to the inability of many people to pay their children's school fees.
Now, if it's not God, we are not going anywhere. The government are not helping out. Every day, it keep on increasing. I just say these things now. This thing, before I do buy this thing. This is a Jota. This is fancy Jota. I do buy this Jota 300, 400. I'll say 600, 700. But now you buy it at the rate of 1,002, 1,003. Then you say 1,500. See, just this thing like this. It's unfair now, my sister.
I'm a fashion designer, and the cost of production is really so high. So customers find it difficult to pay, and then even when they pay, when they pay, they feel we charge them so high, and then after which, even after feeling that we charge them high, we being able to produce with that amount of money is also difficult. So we end up producing and not making much profit. So it's really affecting us. Now,
the residents of Owerri are calling on the government to address the economic challenges facing the country and also provide relief to the citizens. From Owerri, Amarachi Ibe, reporting for Global TV News.
Many thanks, Amarachi, for your reports. As preparation gear up for the November 2nd local government election in Nasarawa State, the ruling All Progressive Congress has announced that it will begin its primary elections for the councillorship position on October 14, 2024. The party's state chairman, Ali Bello, made this disclosure during a stakeholders meeting in Lafayette, the state capital. According to the party, the primaries of the chairmanship candidate across the 13 local government areas of the state will follow on October 16. Katsina State Police Command has foiled 3 separate kidnapping attempts by suspected armed bandits in the Musa and Faskari local government areas, rescuing 8 victims unharmed. The police public relations officer, SP Abubakar Sadiq, in a statement revealed the incidents occurred on October 7, 2024. Now, more on the news. Arewa Consultative Forum says it is taking decisive steps to address the growing insecurity and lack of unity in northern Nigeria. The forum's National Public Secretary, Professor Tukur Mohammed Baba, said the region can no longer remain passive in the face of increasing banditry and terrorism, which have significantly disrupted lives, agriculture, and travel. The Federal Capital Territory Commissioner of Police, Olatunji Diso, has reiterated commitment to improving the security situations in the nation's capital. Olatunji Diso made this known while assuming office as the 32nd Commissioner of Police for the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Kikola Mokere has the details.
It was a ceremonial welcoming as the Federal Capital Territory Police Command new CP assumed office. Shortly after the inspection of the quarter guard, CPD to read a riot act on those who seek to disrupt the tranquility of the FCT.
To those who seek to disrupt the tranquility of the FCT, I send a clear and resolute message. My tenure will be marked by a zero-tolerance approach to all forms of crimes and criminality.
CPD so added that his tenure will leverage on modern technology to aid policing efforts.
We are going to integrate technology into our policing. We will leverage modern technology to aid our policing efforts, utilizing tools such as data analytic and surveillance system to enhance our operational efficiency.
The Commissioner of Police was welcomed by a huge presence of the Intelligence Response Team, Special Tactical Squad, and Civilian Joint Task Force. Kike Lomo Okeri, Global Television News.
The Nigeria Hydrological Services Agency has assured Nigerians that the water level in the river Niger and under control as the country prepares for the potential flooding. The agency's Director General Umar Mohammed, who made this known in a statement in Abuja, noted the importance of adhering to flooding preparedness protocols. He said water levels in the river Niger basin have been gradually receding since early October, adding that Jebba Dam is currently spilling excess water in coordination with operators of the Kanjis Dam. You're watching the News Prime on Global Television, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. When News Prime returns, Tunisian president wins second term with landslide. Our details of these and more after the short break. Please stay with us. Many thanks for staying with us on News Prime. And now to business. The federal government has ordered electricity distribution companies to replace the weak distribution networks in their franchise areas within 7 days. It gave the directive through the Nigerian Electricity Management Services Agency, stressing that the latest order comes after 2 months' notice earlier issued to discuss to implement the necessary changes. The NEMSA Managing Director and Chief Electrical Inspector of the Federation, Tukur Aliyu, disclosed this at the 2024 Customer Service Week in Abuja. And now the Central Bank of Nigeria has emphasized its commitment to the stability of the country's financial system, highlighting that regular stress tests are conducted to identify potential vulnerabilities in banks. This is according to a statement by CBN's Acting Director of Corporate Communications, Mrs. Akamat Sidi Ali. Ali says the CBN recognizes the crucial role that confidence plays in banking operations, adding that the CBN has implemented early warning systems that proactively detect and address emerging risks. The House of Representatives Joint Committee is investigating the environmental consequences of crude oil transportation and the oil spills allegedly caused by the Ato E&P Owando Oil Limited threatened to issue a warrant of arrest against the firms following their failure to appear before the panel. Both Ato E&P and Owando Oil Limited were invited to provide detailed explanations regarding the operations in the Niger Delta region, but were absent at the hearing. The chairman of the House Committee on Environment, Julius Pondi, who issued the warning at the opening of the investigative hearing, said the firms have been evading summons by the panel constituted to investigate their activities. The federal government has inaugurated a national task force on the European Union deforestation regulation. The Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Baba Kekari, disclosed this at a press briefing in Abuja. He said the inauguration of the NTF is a crucial step in aligning Nigeria's agricultural practices with international standard and access of Nigerian products to the lucrative European Union markets. 3 major revenue-generating agencies in Nigeria deducted a total of 533.11 billion naira as costs of revenue collection in the first 7 months of 2024. The agencies include the Nigeria Customs Service, the Federal Inland Revenue Service, and Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission. These figures derived from the Federation Account Allocation Committee reports published by the National Bureau of Statistics marks a substantial increase of 99.85% compared to the 266.75 billion recorded in the corresponding period of 2023. The Federal Inland Revenue Service and Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission deducted about 4% of the cost of revenue collection, while the Nigeria Customs Service receives 7%. Now, the federal government has issued a fresh deadline of September 2025 to Julius Berger to complete the 280 billion Border-Bonny Road currently under construction in Rivers State. This came as President Bola Tinubu approved the fixed contract sum to Julius Berger after it was reviewed upwards to facilitate the road's early completion. The Minister of Works, David Umahi, disclosed this during an inspection of ongoing federal road projects in Rivers State. The Ford Foundation, John D. and Catherine McHatto Foundation Limited, and Open Society Foundation have unveiled the West Africa Democracy Fund, a $20 million initiative aimed at bolstering democracy across West Africa. The 3-year fund is designed to address the democratic challenges in the region and foster the greater citizen engagement in political transitions. The fund targeted at supporting West African states currently facing various democratic challenges will, over a period of 3 years, support activities to increase a citizen's engagement with democratic and political transition in the respective countries. On the foreign scene tonight, French authorities have ordered Omar bin Laden, the son of the leader Osama bin Laden, to leave the country over the posts on social media France Interior Minister announced. And away from that, in an election that was criticized by the right group, Tunisia's President Kais Saied has won a second term with more than 90% of the vote, the Electoral Commission has said. Only 2 candidates out of more than a dozen other hopefuls were allowed to stand against President Saied in Sunday's ballot, where only 29% of more than 9 million registered voters took part. Kenya's parliament set to vote on impeaching Deputy President Rigathi in a political drama that has exposed a rift in the governing party. Lawmakers have accused the 59-year-old deputy to President William Ruto of corruption, undermining the government, and practicing ethnicity-divisive politics, among a host of other charges. At a press conference, he denied the accusations as outrageous and shared propaganda, saying it was a scheme to horn him out of office. United States officials are warning about the possible life-threatening impact of the Hurricane Milton as it barrels towards the Florida coast. Milton is one of the most powerful storms to form in the North Atlantic in the recent years. It comes just 2 weeks after Hurricane Helene caused substantial damage across the United States. And the sports tonight, Manchester United have joined the race to sign the Bayern's attacking sensation Victor Boniface, setting the stage for a potential transfer battle with Chelsea. The 23-year-old Nigerian striker has been in brilliant form since joining the German club in the summer of 2023, attracting the attention of several top European sides. Boniface's impressive debut season saw him score 21 goals and provide 10 assists in 34 appearances, playing a crucial role in the historic triumph that ended Bayern Munich's long-standing dominance. More sports tonight, Paris Saint-Germain have reignited their interest in Atlanta forward Ademola Lookman as the French Giants look to bolster the attack in the January transfer window. The Parisians' attack has struggled to score goals in recent matches, prompting the club to revisit their pursuit of the Nigeria international. Lookman, 26, has been in brilliant form since joining Atlanta from RB in 2022 for 9.35 million euros plus bonuses, amazing 33 goals and providing 20 assists in 81 competitive appearances for the Italian side. And tonight, as we hand the news prime with a look at some of the top stories. The federal government has commenced preparation for 2025 retirees enrollment. At the Business Central Bank of Nigeria has assured bank customers of safety of their deposits. At the 40th Tunisian president has recorded landslide victory to win second term. Paris Saint-Germain have reportedly reignited interest in Lookman. That's in sports. That's all the package on News Prime, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on DSTV channel 365, Start Times 276, and free to air on Nicomsat. Kindly follow us on all social media platforms using @GlobalTVNG and other handles now showing on the screen. I am Edikan Mike, and many thanks for watching and stay with us. See you again.